The moon remains bright as ever, night after night. I think of you, your loyalty unwavering. In the late night of July 15, 1990, Xi Jinping, then party secretary of the city of Fuzhou in eastern China's Fujian province, wrote the poem in memory of Jiao Yulu. Jiao Yulu, who was party secretary of Lankao County in central China's Henan province, passed away while in office in 1964. 2 years later, Xi, then in junior high school, was moved to tears upon learning Jiao's story from news reports. In the following decades, Xi not only penned this poem in remembrance of his role model, but also personally visited Lankao 3 times. The small county of Lankao was once synonymous with expansive sand dunes and barren land. In 1962, Jiao Yulu became party secretary of Lankao. I am grateful that the party has sent me to the most challenging place, because I believe the tougher the environment is, the stronger it makes you. I will not leave until I have transformed Lankao. Jiao kept his promise till the last days of his life. During Jiao's 400-plus days in office, he conducted detailed surveys across the county and spearheaded efforts of the local community to tackle 3 major challenges: waterlogging, sandstorms, and salinization. Over 300 large sand dunes and dozens of windy outlets in Lankao were tamed and turned into fertile land.
冬春风沙狂，夏秋水汪汪，这就是俺们小时候的真实生活。再看看现在的兰考，风沙早就不在了，饿肚子的穷日子也早就过去了。
In April 2009 and again in March and May 2014, Xi conducted 3 surveys to Lankao, recalling the noble deeds of Jiao. Xi said, "Our generation has been profoundly shaped by the spirit of Jiao Yulu. We were educated with his deeds as we grew up. Later on, whether I was heading down to the countryside, attending university, enlisting in the military, or serving at various leading positions, the image of Comrade Jiao has always been vivid in my mind." Following his visit to the Memorial Hall, Xi Jinping went to homes of some of the underprivileged residents of the community. He asked local officials to care for every rural family, particularly those living in poverty, by developing industries suited for local conditions to help people boost income and achieve prosperity. At that time, the county still had 115 impoverished villages and 77,350 residents living under the poverty line. 3 years later, they were all lifted out of poverty.
当时我们张庄村最大的问题就是产业基础薄弱，除了种地和外出打工，村民们没有太多的出路。要想改变这些现状，我们一定要把特色产业发展好。
Yan Chengguang had managed to save some money through working in the city before returning to Zhangzhuang village to start a chicken farm. However, an unexpected outbreak of avian flu caused the mass death of his poultry and left him debt-ridden.
4年前，总书记来到我们家，跟我说：“年纪轻轻的，一定不要灰心。人生哪有没有挫折？遇到一次挫折，只要你坚持下去，下面只要你好好干，咱的政策也会越来越好。”
Encouragement from Xi filled Yan with hope for the future. Yan decided to start over again.
这几年我也重拾了信心，开了个油坊，去年也做了一个青菜加工厂，一天现在能加工10几吨青菜，有包菜、洋葱、胡萝卜、姜、葱一类的产品。建这个厂也是为了能带动周边的老百姓，让他们去种一些经济作物，提高他们的收益，带动大家共同致富。
A decade has passed, and Zhangzhuang village is now a prosperous community. It boasts over 200 greenhouse tunnels, close to 10 hectares of sweet potatoes and fruit, and a mushroom industry that employs more than 200 people. The average local income has increased more than 6 times. In 2014, while in Lankao, she said, "We need to study how Jiao Yulu did his work and then reflect upon ourselves, looking up to him as a role model." Jiao did not work in Lankao for long, yet he left such a rich spiritual legacy. So we need to ask ourselves, what kind of spiritual legacy can we leave for the future generations? In 2015, Xi's book, Being a County Party Secretary Like Jiao Yulu, was published. In the book, Xi points out the most important quality for a good county party chief. Always keep the party, the people, responsibility, and discipline in mind.
当年焦裕禄在这里探风口治风沙，如今我们按照总书记指引的方向，借风能、太阳能打造零碳乡村。
In recent years, 300 giant wind turbines have been erected to capture the wind and generate electricity in Lankao. The integration of green energy, cultural tourism, and environmental management has turned the once windy site into a place where green industries thrive and people live in harmony with nature.